Collective, let's dive into your reading and see the messages that are coming in at this time and who really needs to hear them the most at this time. You're appreciated by me so much for just stopping here and choosing me. Always remember the readings here are general like that. So take whatever that resonates with you and leave the rest for others to appreciate, okay? So let's see who needs to hear the messages the most at this time. Spirit speak for my collective, please. Who needs to hear the messages the most and why? Spirit speak, please. And thank you. Who needs to hear the messages at this time? So we're having Cancer. New moon in Cancer. We're having the Cancer energy here. So the reason why you want to hear messages, it has everything to do with your loved ones, or it can simply be your relationships here. Because Spirit is saying you and your loved ones are safe. Know this and trust that, Cancer. So this is your reading, my Cancer energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio energy, okay? Something like that. So it's time to release negativity. For some of you, it can be that fear that you carry, okay? Fear that something can happen, fear that something could go wrong, okay? Remember that what you think, you become. So your mind is more of it's a powerful tool here, okay? Something like that. So don't let your past hold you back. It can be anything connected to what you have experienced in your life already. So you live in that space of fear where you don't necessarily trust. It can be the people, the place, or things even. Okay. So it is that time where you have to put or operate from a place of trust, because everything is literally being taken care of energetically. That's another thing that I'm also getting here. Okay. Something like that for you, Cancer. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, Spirit wants you to know and trust that your loved ones are safe. So is you. Okay, stop worrying. Okay, release whatever this is that is holding you back, making you feel that something can literally happen anytime soon. Something to do with your North Node here, something to do with your past life experiences. This is something that is not new from your soul or your spirit. That's why, okay? Something like that. So we'll dive in here to the tarot and see more messages as far as this is concerned here. Spirit, can you speak more as far as the messages are concerned here for my Cancer energy? What is this all about? What is this all about for my Cancer? So many cards. What is this all about for Cancer energy? Spirit, speak for my Cancer, please, and thank you. Okay. So we're having the Fool. It's in reversal. For some of you, this, whatever this is also affecting your sleep here, because this is more like sleepwalking. I'm also getting a nosebleed for someone. Okay, if this is not you, it can be one of your children or something like that, or you are experiencing something like this, as in like your child is somewhat sleepwalking. Okay, something like that with the Fool card in reversal. Okay, so this speaks more of someone who's experiencing more of a sleep walk. Okay, something like that here, as in like there could be some type of an energy of some sort trying to woo this person in some way, or there could be something specifically here about that. So this could be your loved one, your family member. The Three of Cups speaks more of the person you are close to, the person that you love. Maybe that's why you are in the space of fear. Okay, as in like maybe something is trying to get into your life or anything like that here. So let's see why this card is here. Why this card is here. Yeah. So we're having the Devil here, okay? The Devil, it speaks more of something unhealthy. It can be unhealthy relations, unhealthy environment, whatever this is. And whatever this is creates more of lack than anything, or sicknesses of some sort than anything else here, okay? Something like that. So more like the energy somewhat becoming more complex. For some of you, could be dealing with the Capricorn energy. That could be someone that you are dealing with. that is experiencing this. This is your family member or someone you are related to. Whatever this is more karmic than anything, more like something of inheritance, something connected to your ancestors for some of you, something like that. That's another thing that I'm also getting here. One of your family member could be experiencing this. Spirit, tell me more. Why the devil? Why the devil? The Ace of Wands. Okay. I'm also getting an energy of a child. It can be a child that is restless for some of you. Okay. This could be that particular child that is not sleeping and the soul is asking for something. Whatever this is has something to do with the father figure, or if this child is somewhat late, it can be anything connected to the father's aspects of life. It can be that the father doesn't necessarily know for some of you, or the father, um, there are things that this father had to do so that the child can literally be at peace in spirit. Something like that here for some of you. That's another thing that I'm also getting. Yeah, that's why. Because you're having the judgment at the top. Something has to change for the spirits to be at rest, okay? Because it's more like that energy that is somewhat roaming. And because of this, it can be that energy that is disturbing other children's peace at night, okay? Something like that. It's not more like that energy that has come to harm in a way. Yeah, something like that. So having the Empress, it can be connected to, you could be the mother to the child or something like that. This won't necessarily resonate with all of you here, guys, okay? So know that if you have lost a child, okay, and already you have children, some of your children are somewhat experiencing more of a sleepwalking or talking in their sleep, or this could also be you. There's a child that is restless, okay? This child wants to find peace, or this child literally wants to be with their own in some way, shape, or form here. And they literally want some type of a rite of a passage. I did come across something to do with the emperor. Now we're having the empress. So it can be that you were not married or something like that. So the rite of passage is somewhat needed for the child, the judgment card. Okay, something has to be done right by the child so that the child know the right direction or the space that the child has to be in. For some of you, it can be that the child is a boy, and since it's a boy, moreover, something has to be done as far as the paternal side is concerned. Yeah, something like that. Having the Hierophant, something from outside. The Hierophant also represent more of arranged marriage or something. It can be whomever this emperor is someone whom they are married somehow or something like that. That's exactly what creates more of a confusion here. The child doesn't necessarily have the right of direction, okay? Something like that. And there is this feminine energy, more like the grandmother trying to do the needful here to the child, because there are gifts also that this child carry. I'm also getting not just a small child, it can be a child that died at the age of 6. For some of you, that's another thing that I'm also getting here. So this is something that you have to pay heed, because there are gifts that this child carry, okay? More of a inheritance, or that's exactly what is affecting your finances here for some of you, okay? That's exactly what is affecting your finances. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm back. So maybe that's exactly what is affecting your finances. And once you tap into this will unlock whatever the blessings that comes with you. It can be this child is holding on the finances here. Okay. Yeah, this the gifts, the more like financial gains or favor, something like that. Okay. Maybe if you are experiencing this, it can be because of that child. Okay. And once they are at peace, everything will be well. It can be that you think that there could be some type of a negative energy or entity that is trying to affect or attack your family. But Spirit is saying your family is safe here. Whoever is coming in here, it's one of your own. More like that spirit that is in a state of unrest and they want that sense of belonging here. Okay? Something like that. like the rite of passage to be with your ancestry. Okay, something like that. So let me use the ancestral messages here and see what is it that your ancestors have to say, Cancer. As far as the messages already that are here are concerned, more messages for my Cancer energy. What is it that the ancestors have to say here? As far as the messages that are here are concerned, Spirit, can you speak for my Cancerian energy? Okay. What is it that the ancestors have to say? So we're having a snake. A snake saying shed old skin. So we're also having the moon here. The moon represents more of a feminine energy. So it could be the mother to the child, something like that. Okay? Something like that. And shedding old skin speaks more of something that you need to release here. Something like that here. So let's see. Spirit, can you speak more? What is it that the ancestors have to say as far as the energy that is here is concerned? Okay. So we're having stack at the heart. One more. One more. We're having stack at the heart. Overall. Oh, we're having the heart guardian here. We're having the heart guardian. So for some of you, what I'm getting, why this chart is somewhat all over the place. More like you are also calling on the energy of the child because you don't necessarily want to let them go with the snake. Okay? Because the snake here, it's saying shed old skin, let go and let God. Okay? And this will help you to do what? To trust and thrive. Not just that, it will also help you to open your heart here. We have in the heart guardian here saying, love and let yourself be loved. So you are not necessarily seeing, recognizing the love of the children that already are there, and you're still worried about someone who's in spirit more. So your energy is going there. So that's why the child is somewhat coming in here. So you are dragging the child from the space of peace, the space of belonging. So it's like you wanting to give that child life again. So that's why the spirit of the child is roaming around some of your kids, because more like you don't necessarily see them as them. It's like when you are yearning for someone and you kind of like sometimes call other kids with the name of whomever that is, seeing them more, treating them like that. So you are more like projecting the energy of that child to a particular child. That's how perhaps you are dealing with the pain, and whatever this is bringing in more of what? A ruckus, and more like you are creating problems for yourself in that sense, of which this is something that you have to let go and let God and accept that whatever happened here, it happened for a reason here. Okay, something like that. And the minute you do this, this will unlock the abundance, also the financial gains that are meant for you at this time here, because it can be that that energy also is bringing in more of a the energy that is creating more of an unrest as far as your energy is concerned. This is something that is happening energetically, not necessarily physically here. It's happening in spirit, and it's affecting also your spirit. Okay, more like awakening the dead in, like, I don't know how to explain this, but that's exactly how it comes out. Okay. Okay, so let's see the overall energy here. What's the overall energy here for my Cancer energy here? Spirit, what is the overall energy for Cancer? What's the overall energy here for Cancer? Spirit, speak, please, and thank you. What is the overall energy for Cancer here? The over healing. You need to heal from this. Once you do this, Cancer, Once you do the healing part, then you will have the capacity to love. For somebody, it doesn't necessarily have to be a child, it can also be anybody here. Okay, something like that. And you will experience generosity here from the universe. Okay, more like the things that are meant for you will find you. Okay, there won't be more of energetic blocks in that sense. Once you do this, that's your overall healing. That's your overall message here. You doing the healing will unlock your abundance. This is generosity by the universe, your own spirit guides, your ancestors, or something like that. Okay, and this will also open your heart. You will have the capacity to love moving forward here. Okay, so that's your overall energy, my Cancer. I really hope it does resonate with some of you. Do give it a thumbs up if it does. Subscribe to the channel. If you are new as a comeback, you are appreciated so much. So until then, you take care. Bye.